Well, good day, my friends. A few days ago, I had a young man that was telling me, he said, I'm just having trouble hearing the voice of God. Now, I know in 1 Samuel, as a young boy, he had to learn the voice of God. He didn't know what it sounded like. And so he was learning the voice of God. And all of us have to learn the voice of God. But admittedly, sometimes it's just hard to hear him, to know what he wants. And my mind goes back to 1 Kings chapter 19, beginning in verse number 11, when God is talking to Elijah. And he said, go forth and stand before the mount, before the Lord. And behold, the Lord passed by, and a great and strong wind rent the mountains, and broke into pieces, or broke into rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. And after the wind, an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, a still small voice. In verse 13, and it was so when Elijah heard it, that he wrapped his face in the mantle. Now, sometimes God speaks to us real softly. We love it when he speaks to us loudly. You know, there's a lot of noise around me. I'm out here off an interstate, and the vehicles are going by, and it's very loud. And it would be really nice if God just spoke to us so loud that we could hear him very easily, like in the wind or the earthquake or the fire. But many times he whispers to us. Now, this young man that was talking to me, I illustrated. I got up and stood at a little distance from him, and I whispered. And he couldn't understand me, and I whispered again. He couldn't understand me. Finally, he caught it. He understood that in order for him to hear what I was saying, he had to get closer. And I believe God sometimes whispers to us so we will get closer to him. Now, how do we get closer? Well, I just want to encourage you, the best ways to get closer is through fellowship, through reading his word, prayer, having intimate times with him. And then we can learn his voice. We learn when he's in that still small voice when he's trying to speak to us. So I encourage you, if you're having trouble hearing the voice of God, just get closer to him. You'll hear it. God bless you. See you back here on Monday. Bye-bye.